Hello, hello, hello. Let's see how my camera setting with contrast is not working very well. Probably needs more light, like this. Hi. Something like that, maybe. Still a bit too high contrast. Let's webcam properties, configure new. Yes. Probably better. How's it going? How's it going? Good morning, Chilstrand, Nereda, Oms, and Giorgio Baroni. How's it going? All you rock stars, one after the other, joining in. I was moving around all these things yesterday from for the sketchbook special stream, so it's a little bit weird. It is what it is. Like that. Hey, Chilistripan, Eric Mui, Atski. How about you guys throwing me some topics? Let's get this warm-up madness rolling. So yesterday was a cool stream, actually. It was quite fun. Sit and talk with all of you. Show some sketchbooks. Unfortunately, I didn't like the low quality. You couldn't really see anything in that sense. So it was a bit boring for me, or sad rather. But it was still cool to show and share, you know. So we got Sci-Fi Western Outlaw. We got Crow Fairy. Ooh, I want to do that one. Zombie Bartender. Cyberpunk Vampire. Ooh, that's a good topic. Waitress Mecha. Wow. Village Troll. A Captain Bowes. Two Shrooms. Let's see. Who will the dice choose? Who's the winner chicken dinner? Number 5. Ooh, who's number 5? So let's see. Sci-Fi Western 1, Crow Fairy 2, Zombie Bartender 3, Cyberpunk Vampire 4, Waitress Mecha 5. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Waitress Mecha by Chilstrand. Waitress Mecha. Waitress Mecha by Chilstrand. Interesting. You win! You win! You're a winner. Now you can be proud. All right, time's running. Hey, Örjan. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. So, Mecha Waitress. Waitress Mecha. All right. Okay. So, as I was saying, yesterday's stream was good fun. Was really was great hanging out and talking and sharing stories, revisiting some some crazy old thoughts. Hey, good morning, Morphia. And Alba, Francesco, you're back. Welcome back. Hey, Miller. Captain Jetlag is in the house. And Andrea. Andrea. Waitress Mecca. Was it someone? No. Rocky running the beach. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Why can't I sing your name, Andrea? Andrea is a singable name. It's a very soft name to pronounce. Andrea. Andrea. There is this famous Swedish troubadour called, he was Dutch originally, but his name is Cornelius Vreeswijk. And he had a song called Veronica. Veronica and her blue hat. So I always think about that when I say your name, Andrea. For some reason, Andrea and Veronica is not really the same, but in my head it is. Hence me singing. Andrea, Andrea. Where is your blue hat? Hey, Russell Jones. How's it going? So today, this evening, I will get my tattoo. Holy shit. I am excited. I've been waiting to get this tattoo for, I'd say, 20 years. And finally the day is coming. Yeah, first tattoo. Captain Jetlag. Well, of course I butchered Vreeswijk because I'm not Dutch. I have no idea how you say it. Probably some sounds in there. Miller, if you join Discord, there is a channel called Voice Chat. So all you need to do when we are on there is to click it and start talking. But for the time being, I don't think anyone is in there, unless you ask someone. But there's also a Google Hangout in the welcome channel. You can click and join in there. Yeah, it's a first tattoo. Andrea, I've been wanting it, and I'd never had like the correct version in my head. Like I have never drawn it correctly. Like I always wanted it, so I took on the task of designing it myself. So that is the Viking tattoo I want to put on my arm, and on the body of the snake is the name of all my family members, live and dead, like the immediate family, and it's going to wrap around my arm. And at the Thor's hammer it says life and the rune for family and death. I've always wanted it, but I've never. I mean, if I would have tattooed it as I thought I wanted it when I was 18, I would have regretted it. So I'm very happy I waited. But now I think I'm old enough that I have the correct version of the tattoo designed, and I'd say I can't make it any better in the sense of what it means, how it means, and so on. So I thought I always wanted it, and my wife, as a present, booked an appointment at the tattoo place where she got her tattoo. So it's on. Thanks, Andrea. But it's an interesting thing though with like my family. We know for over 400 years everyone's name. So obviously I can't have 400 names on my tattoo, but so I've added 2 generations. I think my grandfather, mother on both sides, my mother, father, his and her sisters and brothers, and my brother's kids and my wife's name. On the body of the Midgard snake. And the whole idea about the Midgard snake is in the lore of Vikings is that it's a massive world snake that circles the earth, and it bites its own tail and holds it together. And when the snake releases its own tail, that's when the world will end. And Ragnarök, as you probably heard about, is when more or less all the gods die. They go to war, like one epic fight against each other. And the Fenrir wolf will be released, and it will be forever winter. So this Midgard snake, I thought, that's a cool idea of holding my world together. And on the body of the snake is my family, like holding my world together. Miller, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're on the Discord server, just if you need help with anything, just go to general and ask, and I'm quite sure whoever is around is going to help you. Bunch of cool people on that Discord. Just give the mecha like multi-directional wheels. I've always enjoyed those type of wheels. Like they can rotate at different points of rotation, like backwards and forwards. Eric, yeah, it's gonna be on my drawing arm. Chillstrand, yeah. It's kind of a doomsday prophecy though, but as long as the snake holds the world together, bites its own tail, then we're all good. We're golden. So as the tattoo is, um, as long as I don't get my arm cut off, the world is okay. You should be worried though if I'm like in some sort of accident and my arm is chopped off, just like where the head of the snake is, and it releases its own tail. Then I'll make a public post saying you better buy some fur or stock up on rations. It's going to be cold. Hey Nifaz, good morning. Welcome. So I must be honest here and say that I haven't drawn a mecha, like a mecha, in a very long time. A year maybe.
Alright!
Hey, Aegis Falcon, you and me, we're rocky running that beach. Oh yeah. That's I love that stupid gif. Like, that's just hilarious. Two grown men just skipping like little girls. I should change the sound to like schoolgirl giggles, like hee 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 hee, and like splash sounds. Yeah, it's so funny, man. I love it. Should really have like giggle sounds. Oh, and a lot of people are they are at the THU now. I must say I'm a little bit envious. I've never been to THU, but it looks cool. They always have like crazy lineup of instructors. Hey, Georg, good morning. Eric, right. Well, I think I'll be fine. My pain threshold is pretty okay, says the guy. Let's see. Maybe I will come back. I've just been crying all the whole session. Like some of those hilarious clips of men getting tattoos on internet and they're like squirming and want to run away. But if I know myself, I hope I do, I will quite enjoy being tattooed. I think I will enjoy the pain or the type of pain. As people say how it feels, I think I'll just kind of enjoy it actually. Right, Orion. Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt that much either. I'm quite okay with pain. Like when I go to the dentist, for example, I don't take any sedatives or whatever it's called. I just let them go to work. I'm okay with that. Oh, really, Alba? That's nice. All right, cool. So it will be easy then. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. It's about time. 20 years wait. It's cool. Yeah, it'll be fun. My own design with like a good purpose for it, right? I think yeah, I will feel somewhat complete until I want the next tattoo. But I already have the idea for the next tattoo, like how I want it, what I would like. Right, Georgie. I will have some pattern there, so we'll see how that goes. Right, Georgie. That's cool. So my second tattoo idea I have is that the Icelandic Vikings, um, they had kind of incantations, um, and what they did was they painted symbols on their shields and so on, and on their body, and like they tattooed themselves or painted themselves with these symbols that aided them in certain ways, like uh, luck in war, fortune, and so on. And there are all these different kind of patterns, almost like a snowflake it looks, um, but more like a rune pattern, circular pattern. So my one of the crazier ones that I read about was that it was like an invisibility, uh, one of those enhancements or runes or patterns rather. They're called something specific, but I don't remember what they're called. But that one you had to make the ink out of like piece of a stomach of an enemy, blood of an enemy, like eyeball of a crow, all these like crazy ingredients, and then you had to make the ink out of it. And then when you painted it, you had to paint it at a specific point of day, and it's some super advanced ritual. But according to that ritual, you would be invisible. So I'm not gonna do that pattern, obviously, uh, but those kind of patterns they're really beautiful, like to look at. So I was thinking, that my second tattoo might be a pattern like that when I feel like it's time to have another one, which I most likely will think about. Like everyone says, oh, I want another tattoo, but I don't know what. So I already know kind of what I was thinking. Miller, yeah, my wife told me that to go. I have to eat. Hey, Jacob Mobley. Oh, you mean you wouldn't tattoo the lower arm? I don't really remember, Georg, on the top of my head. I have the information saved somewhere. So I'll post a link on Discord. Um, in general, after the stream, I have to go in bookmarks, etc., and and dig out where the information is. So I don't have it at hand, but I have it. I just need to find it. But I'm a big fan of Vikings. Actually, I'm quite happy also that um, we have traced our family back to 1608, and it's quite Swedish. Even though my relatives, they all, on my father's side at least, they all lived in Finland, but they got land from the King of Sweden in Finland, most likely. I mean, it was 400 years ago, but it's quite an interesting, like, specific story. I think I've kind of touched on the subject before on some of the streams. So I'm glad. But that in a sense we know that much of my family, and that that a tattoo means something in that sense. And I've always been a fan of Viking stuff. Drink some apple juice. All right, I can buy some apple juice. Sounds like a good idea. To to make the blood thicker. Easier job for the tattoo artists, right? So it's less blood everywhere and he sees more. I can do that. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Good old tattoo. Like when I was a kid, I always, like I could read runes, just like I could read the alphabet. You know, well, I knew the Viking alphabet by heart. You know, I used to go to runestones and read the stories on the runestones. Where I grew up, there was quite a few of them around, and in certain churches in Sweden, there's also they've taken runestones into the churches. So I used to go and read them as well. I was just fascinated by it, connected with it. So I'm happy to have like, that style tattoo. Even as a kid, it meant something, you know. Just was attached to it somehow. And being Swedish, it's quite a, you know, a lot of people deem, like if you would say in Sweden that you like Vikings and you're proud to be Swedish, it might not go so well, because with a lot of, you know, what a lot of the like skinheads, etc., they of course they like Vikings, and Hitler liked Vikings. They're associated with it, unfortunately, and they use a lot of Viking stuff as ammo for their fucked up thoughts. So that's a bit of a shame. Georg, yeah, I'm good with pain. That's not a problem at all. I've hurt myself so many times. I have practiced dealing with the pain due to it, so I'm used to pain. I mean, that sounded like I've been hurting myself, you know, for the sake of pain. That's not that's not at all. But as a kid and in my life in general, I've been quite like accident prone. And I'm also not a believer in using a lot of drugs, as in like pharmaceuticals for pain. So if I have a headache, I just deal with it without taking a pill, and so on. Really, Örjan? That's interesting. I had no idea about that. But I mean, Norwegians, they were more or less the one of the primary Vikings, right? Norwegians and Icelandic uh, people, they were the biggest Viking location. And then Sweden, of course, uh, Denmark as well, the Danes. So I guess saying that you're Norwegian Viking means like, oh, you're not just a normal Nazi, you're like extra Nazi, you're extra Aryan. I don't know. You always have to be that one asshole trying to be better than everyone else. Like Sven, sit down, Sven. Come on. It's like, no, I am the Norwegian Viking. I am way more Viking than anyone. Oh, yeah, okay. Good on you. You don't even know how much Viking I am. I'm like Norwegian Viking. Maybe. You don't even know. Let's give an umbrella drink here. Oh, how nicely not drawn. Drink splashing. All right, Eric. Good luck on the meeting. Thank you very much. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to getting, finally, after 20 years wait, my tattoo. Tonight's the night. Yeah, I don't know. My mech skills are a bit rusty. Hopefully it comes across as a mech servant waitress. Good practice though. Ages since I drew one. Is that right? Not sure. Doesn't look right. Should probably go more that way. Oh well. It's not the most fantastic drawing I've ever done, or the most complete one, but it's a warm up, and I guess that got my mech thinking going. But unfortunately, I won't be drawing a mech today. Uh, it's not scheduled, but still good practice. So thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, it was a good fun drawing. Thanks everyone for joining in. Have a fantastic day. Good night. See you tomorrow morning for more randomness. All right. Bye everyone. Thanks for the topic. Chilsrand. Bye. Outro time. Whew.